Hello everyone. So firstly, forgive the really rubbish quality of this video. The camera I normally use is not working, so I'm having to just make do with the webcam for today. So you may have noticed that I uploaded a couple of quad flying videos the other day, and which is unusual for me because I don't normally fly quads, very much in wings, in fixed wing. But the reason is that I was sent this to test by Caddx. Obviously, I tested a few of the Walks Now VTXs and bits for them and cameras, and this is their latest Cinewhoop. It's called the GoFilm20, and as the name sort of alludes to, it's a 2-inch Cinewhoop, and it's a 4K Cinewhoop as well. So it has built into it underneath here the Moonlight 4K VTX, which is, I really quite like the Moonlight. Obviously it has an SD card there, it comes with an ND8 filter on the front, and the image is really good. I found the low light level footage, it's hard to say low light level, footage is really good, and it's a pretty solid VTX. The camera on this is soft mounted, so it sits in this sort of soft cushioned mounting to take out any vibration, and that seems to work quite well. The ND filter can just come off, so if it's low light I tend to, oh, there we go, just pull it off, and then you can just have the camera normally there as well. So that is removable and changeable. I think they may well be other ND filters you could just pop on in place. You will notice on here that I also have a GPS receiver. The reason for that is when I first took this out, full of naive confidence, I was near a hill and I thought, well, it'd be nice to fly up to the top of that hill, and I did so, and everything was going fine until I sort of got up to the top, tried to turn around, and then a gust of wind blew me a little bit further the other side of it, and I lost signal. And unlike iNav that where I'm used to having return to home, this just dropped because there was no failsafe was just set to drop, and I thought at that point that it was lost, and I was going to have a very embarrassing conversation with Caddx saying, that lovely drone you've just sent me, I have lost it. But fortunately some kids saw it fall the other side of the hill, rescued it and brought it back to me. So the first thing I did when I got back was fit that GPS antenna and soldered it on there. There's a spare UART on the board to solder the GPS to. Very, very tight or tiny soldering pads. So if you are looking to solder a GPS on there, make sure you've got a really, really fine soldering tip, and if you're not confident with soldering, I would not tackle it because there's more chance of going wrong than right. The other things I've changed on this are just simply the antennas. I put these RHCP antennas on just simply to match the RHCP antennas I have on my goggles, and they work really, really well. In terms of the spec, obviously it's the Moonlight VTX. The motors are 1303 6000 kV motors, so they have a good amount of power actually. I'm using it with you can see that there, 650 milliamp hour 4S lithium high voltage pack, and that gives about 5 minutes flight time tops really. The other thing I was going to mention is the frame. This frame is actually carbon fibre on top, so the top frame is carbon fibre, and then this protection section is PA12 nylon. So I've bashed it a few times, and it's been pretty resilient with my rough treatment. The controller is built in ELRS, so there's the ELRS antenna there, and that's obviously pre-installed on the flight controller. There is a spare UART there as well, so if you wanted to fit Crossfire or anything else, you can. But just to summarise, say I'm not proficient with quads at all, but if this was my first quad, I would be extremely happy with it. I found it really good fun to fly. The footage has been excellent. It's been nice and smooth. It's gone well through gyroflow, as you'll see in a second. And it's just a nice size. I mean, you can just stick it in the glove box of the car with a couple of spare packs charged it up the night before, and then if you find somewhere interesting to fly, you just up it goes, easy as. And I think it's a nice little package. But anyway, I'm not gonna waffle anymore. I'm gonna upload some footage, and if you have any questions, please do put them in the comments. And I may well not know the answer, but I can certainly go and find out for you. And but yeah, that is the GoFilm20.